Alright guys, I'm going to start with the rear of the car, rear suspension, since it's the easiest to replace. So I'm going to do my best to film each wheel, since it's going to be the same as the opposite side. I'm going to start with the rear. The front, I'm going to need more patience with that. So I have all my tools set up here. Should be pretty easy, but you know, those are the new springs I'm going to install. Anyways, I'll just do this video section by section, and then we'll see how it goes. All right, let me show you guys where I put the jack stand. That's why I have the jack stand right there. So that's on the lower part of the rear subframe, and that it's supporting this. So I kind of have it like 50-50, where half of the weight's on this and half's on that. Well, more on that, 60-40. But you get the point. I don't want to put too much weight on here so it doesn't bend that metal piece, but I feel like it's strong enough to hold the weight of the car. So I'm satisfied with that. All right, the next two bolts that's gonna come out are these right here. This is on the left driver's side rear. This bolt for that holds the shock in place, and then this bolt right here. So those two are gonna come out, and then I can have my other jack stand to support the weight of this axle. I can lower it, remove the spring, and install the new one. So that's the next step. I'm going to counter hold this on the rear, and then I'm gonna use my impact to take that out. Excuse my moaning and groaning here. I'm on concrete. Make sure it's in reverse. There we go. Out she comes. Hey, man. All right, I don't want that screw all the way out yet, so to get my little bitty jack stands. Hold on a second. I'm gonna support the rear axle with this. Came out easily. All right, this is going over here. Alright guys, just so you're aware, the bolt on the left side right here is shorter than the one on the right side, so don't mix them up. You can see. So I don't know if you saw that. Pressure up here, they just went flying. So, oh, I think I need to, all right, I just forgot I need to unbolt these nut right here on the sway bar end link on the driver's side. So I'm gonna get that loose. Probably should have done that first, to be honest. All that stomping you hear, and that's from the gym upstairs, guys. I love these little ratchet wrenches. So cool. Alright, the oil wheel's on the floor still. That should equalize the tension. Wait a minute. Alright guys, I'm going to remove this guy right here. Alright guys, don't forget to remove the ride height sensor for the rear as well, because I believe once I remove this sway bar end link, it's gonna snap and break this plastic piece right here. So I'm going to disconnect the ride height sensor. Alright, so I'm gonna figure out. Okay. Alright, now that I have disconnected the ride height sensor from the lower control arm, I just make sure it's just hanging up freely up here, and it's not gonna be in the way once I drop this lower control arm in the back. So that's an expensive part to replace, and I don't want to break that again. I already broke it once, so there's the bolts right here. I guess you want these magnetic trays. Oh. So now that's disconnected. Alright guys, about like half an hour later, I had to go back and forth because I don't have a jack or a lift. Anyways, I had to disconnect the ride height sensor or for the headlights off the lower control arm, and then I had to go over there to the right side and jack the wheel up to loosen that tension or preload on the rear sway bar from 034 Motorsport, and this was a pain in the ass to get out, but I finally did it. So I disconnected the rear sway bar end link as well. So I'm about to take this shock out, twist it, clean it, well, not clean it, install a new one. I had to disconnect the rear sway bar end link and then play around with this right here to raise the height. Anyways, just back and forth, but just when you get to this part, it might be easier for you if you have a lift, but if you don't, just stick through it, you get through it. It's not easy as it looks, but it's fairly straightforward. Just be patient. All right, here we have the side-by-side comparison. So you guys can see the old one on the left, the new one on the right. I'm going to replace this top bushing up here. I'm gonna clean it because it's all crusty up top. And then swap it on that. I also cleaned the, if you can see it, wet mount up top. That little notch right there. I cleaned that as well, so. I'm gonna swap these parts out. Excuse my camera angle. I'm gonna swap these parts out, try and install it, and then I'll see you guys there. Can you guys see this notch right here? Where my thumb is. Just make sure that notch, that's where the OEM lies. So the way I'm gonna assemble this 034, so it should be facing up. That's the right orientation. And then align this piece right here to the notch. Just like so. I cleaned this best as I could. I don't want to apply any silicone lube in here or grease. I didn't want to put any silicone lube in there as well. Just left it as is. Just cleaned it. It was all crusty. To my best. And yeah. Alright guys, real quick. So how you install this? I kind of cleaned this here a little bit. I'm letting it dry off. So that way it's not, I don't know, it's only to keep it dry, but it looks, I applied some silicone lube in there. So you want to take the bottom place of this and twist and rotate clockwise. Excuse me. See a little notch right there? This notch right here. You want to put it in, and on this end plate of the suspension or spring should click into there. This is how I did the top one here. So, all right, guys, the rears are done. Now it's time to do the front. Excuse me. I'm doing the front last because, you know, I've done the front multiple times. So I just don't want to do this. But anyways, I did the rears. The look really pretty good. So first things first, I wanted to just go ahead and disconnect the mag ride. Use this cable right here. And I'm trying to be careful with what I do because this mag ride is brand new. I replaced the two front ones because my front right was, it went out. Anyways, I disconnected the cable. Anyways, the cable's unplugged for the mag ride. I'm going to also unplug or remove the headlight sensor right here. This guy right here, off the control arm. And then I'm going to remove the upper 034 or 034 Motorsport sway bar end link from the top part of the strut, and then remove this bolt right here. So it's just me right now. I can't really film this part, but I'm just gonna just walk you guys through like I'm doing right now. So those are the bolts I'm gonna take out. All right guys, finally got the shock out, the whole assembly. So damn, that was a pain in the ass. I have to use a spreader tool, a bunch of, like, you know, using a rubber mallet to to this rubber mallet to beat on this aluminum spindle. It doesn't damage it. The only thing that gets damaged is just the rubber mallet. So I'm gonna clean this out pretty good, and then I'm gonna put some lube in there so that way I can just slide that in real easy. I also want to lube this area as well. I did it last time, so now I'm gonna take the spring out, compressor spring, have my spring compressor on standby, install the new springs, do this side, and then rinse and repeat for the other side. Almost done, boys, almost done. All right, guys, finally got the old spring out, installed the new spring. Everything went according to plan. Your boy did it, I'm pleased to report that. So I'm going to put this on, then do the passenger side, and then tomorrow go get an alignment. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Almost done, guys, almost there. Guys, so first of all, I'm going to share with you my update on the 034 Motorsport Dynamic Plus lowering springs. And it's been about 4 weeks now, and everything has settled properly. I do have spacers on. I have 15 millimeters in the rear and 10 millimeters in the front. I'm also experiencing some rubbing, so I might take them out, but I do like the way they look. They provide the square like footprint on the back when you really look at it. So you can see it just sticks out just enough where it's not too aggressive, and it's, you know, I don't have uneven tire wear, so to speak. Anyways, I do like it all around. So the back has properly settled. The front, the before measurement, finger measurement was about 3 fingers in the front. Now it can barely even fit 2, so about a finger and a half. In inches, that's 0.75 inches in the front, and the same as well in the rear. And I love the way it sits now. She's sitting just so beautiful. So let me know what you guys think. That was it, my little update on the suspension that I did. And after I was done with it, I did a cruise with the Audi group, and it was fun. And I pushed the car hard to its limits, you know, stability control completely off. The quattro all-wheel drive was working perfectly fine. The only issue was just the rubbing and the intense like driving and bumps, and that could be easily solved by removing the wheel spacers. But I do like how she's sitting right now, and she's sitting perfectly.